All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Monday Motivation. Remember, this is about mindset and motivation. Every week I tell you that, there are three things necessary to create transformation, and I keep repeating it so that eventually you'll believe it, you'll internalize it, and you'll start living it. You need a good strategy. Eating the right foods in the right amounts at the right time, that's a simple long-term strategy. Planning your tomorrow today, simple long-term strategy. But you need to go beyond strategy because strategy alone won't get you there and keep you there. You need a powerful story. That's your why. Why is this important to you? Why must you lose the weight, get the body, get the health, get the life that you're looking to live, become the person you want to become to maintain the results you're looking for? Because remember, the results you're looking for don't belong to you. They belong to the better version of you. Therefore, you must evolve into that better version of yourself. Otherwise, the results you get are just temporary. So weight loss is temporary. I really need you to understand that. Weight loss is temporary. If all you run after is weight loss, it is temporary. You will regain every last pound when you chase after weight loss because it's temporary, right? To create transformation that lasts, you got to have a great strategy, but you got to have a powerful why. That's your powerful story. What helps you move forward when you don't feel like it? Because when your motivation fades, as it will, you will lose 50 pounds and your motivation will fail. Your motivation will fade. And you will revert back to those old habits. I've seen it. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've seen it repeatedly. Because you don't have a strong why. You must be able to deal with, number three, you must be able to deal with the emotional walls, the emotional roadblocks that show up that often lead to self-sabotaging behaviors. And I talk to clients every single week who are dealing with that, right? Because when life shows up and you start having those big emotional challenges, those life events, a loved one dying, a loved one having major health issues, big family issues, big personal issues. You got to learn how to deal with those emotional roadblocks to keep moving forward. Otherwise, this is why most people give up on themselves, number one. This is why most people revert to those self-sabotaging behaviors like emotional eating and comfort eating. Why? To soothe themselves. Well, you got to go get bigger than that. You got to learn to develop better coping strategies to help you through those times, right? You see the importance of this? You see how you create long-term transformation? So today we're going to talk about how do you really create transformation? Well, to create transformation, remember, we're not just talking about weight loss, right? We got to go beyond weight loss. We got to go to creating transformation because transformation lasts. Change is temporary. You change your body. You change that number on the scale. That is temporary. Right? Your weight will go up, your weight will go down, but when you transform your body from the inside out, when you transform your physiology, when you create greater cellular mitochondrial efficiency, right? That's how your cells are producing energy. When your cells are more efficient at producing energy, guess what? You're going to burn more fat, you're going to lose more weight, you're going to live a better life. Right? When your systems are functioning better, your digestion, elimination, your hormonal system, when all of these things are functioning better, when you've got better gut health, the microflora in your gut is functioning, you've got better gut-brain barrier communication. You see all of the things that must happen before you can achieve sustainable weight loss. Otherwise, it's just temporary, right? That scale can change. You're losing water, muscle, a little fat. That's the change in the scale. Until you go beyond weight loss, that number is temporary because you're not doing any of those things. You're not creating greater mitochondrial efficiency. You're not creating healthier hormones. You're not optimizing your metabolism. You're not getting better under the hood. Those are the things that need to happen for your results to be sustainable long-term. That is how you create transformation. You must become the different person. The results you're looking for don't belong to you. They belong to the better version of you. You must evolve into that better version of you. So you got to go beyond the scale. You got to go beyond weight loss. You got to forget about that scale. And my long-term clients, they know that. But I've got a lot of new clients here, and I expect it. I get the messages all the time. Every week I get the message, hey, this is going by so slowly. I only lost 10 pounds. This is going by slowly. I only lost 15 pounds in the past 3 months. This is going by so slowly. Really? There's nothing slow about losing 10, 15 pounds. I often say that, hey, you lose 20 pounds and you're happy, you're giddy, but your body goes into, oh my God mode. You lose 20 pounds in a short period of time, your body goes into, oh my God mode. And that is crisis mode. That is, because 20 pounds to you is just 20 pounds. 20 pounds to your body equates to about 80,000 units of energy. Yes, your body counts your fat in terms of energy. That's energy for your body. 80,000 units of energy. Imagine waking up one day and have $80,000 just gone out of your investment accounts. Wouldn't you freak out? Yes. So your body goes into freak out, oh my God mode, and start doing everything it can to force you to regain that weight. So you see, that's not what you want. So you need to learn how to do this under the radar so that you're not triggering your body's natural, oh my God, mechanism, that your brain start forcing you to ramp up your cravings, right? Increasing your hunger hormones so that you eat more, slowing down your metabolism so that you gain weight. Remember, this is a natural byproduct of losing weight fast, not what you want. So yes, you want to lose weight slowly. If you're losing a pound, guess what? That's great. But here's the deal, guys. What this week is really all about is going beyond weight loss, because so many people obsess over the scale. They live and die by the number that flashes back at them. But let me tell you something powerful. The body you truly want, the life you really crave, is not just about being smaller, being lighter. It's about being stronger, healthier, fitter, better, more alive. That is what you want. That is what lasts. Right? Think about it. Have you ever lost weight, felt good for a while, but then you slid back into old behavioral patterns, old habits? That's because you were chasing a number instead of building a lifestyle, building the life that you want, becoming the person you want to become, who you need to become to sustain those results. So quick weight loss often means quick regain. I want you to understand that. The real win is when you shift from I want to lose weight to I am creating health. I am becoming my future self. I am becoming strong, healthy, fit. I am becoming a badass. Right? I'm becoming a fitness mama. I am becoming a fitness dude. That is what you want. That is what transformation looks like. So when you go beyond weight loss, you get more than just a smaller body. You get energy that lasts all day. You get confidence when you walk into a room. You get blood work that makes your doctor say, what are you doing differently? You get freedom from aches, pains, and limitation. That's the transformation you're really after. Believe me, that is what lasts. Because when you achieve that, guess what? The weight loss follows. The scale will move. So I need you to go beyond weight loss and start thinking about that transformation, that person you want to become. Start with, what is that future vision that you're after? What is that future vision of yourself? You got to know that. You got to have a future vision in mind. Who's that future self that you're becoming? That's where you want to start, guys. And even if you've been doing this for 6 months, I need you to upgrade that future vision of yourself. I need you to see it. You got to be able to see it before you can achieve it. So remember, that's what this is about. This is what this journey is about. And for those of you who are not here for weight loss, for those of you who are interested in creating better gut health, building muscle, well, it's the same thing. You need to visualize, well, what is that future vision? What does a healthy gut feel like, look like? What is your life like when you're living in that body that you really deserve? that healthy body that is fit and strong, right? That is what it's about. Creating a healthy gut is about eating the right foods and right amounts at the right time. It's about going under the hood and creating greater mitochondrial efficiency, creating healthier, gut flora. This is what we're after. How do you do that? Well, you do that by going under the hood and having your body functioning, having your hormones balanced, having your metabolism optimized. This is how you achieve that. So whether your goal is to create a smaller body, you need to go beyond weight loss. If your goal is to get healthier, you need to go beyond the particular result and start thinking long term. You need to create, shifts from weight loss, shifts from specific outcomes to living a healthier, fitter, stronger life in a healthier, fitter, stronger body. You need to visualize that person you're becoming, that body that you're creating, the health you're creating, the confidence you're creating. So here are 5 shifts that will help you to do that. Number 1, I want you to think about fueling your body. Don't just restrict. A lot of you are still eating like you're on a diet, right? You're afraid of eating those starchy carbs. There's a reason why we have 3 macronutrients: protein, carbs, fat. They're macronutrients. They all serve a purpose, right? Those starchy carbs that many of you still are afraid of, well, they're your body's primary energy foods. Starchy carbs turn into glucose that turns into ATP at that cellular level for your body to function. Without them, well, I guarantee your body is not going to be burning much fat. It's going to be hoarding fat because it's not getting what it needs. And you need to understand that vegetables are a lousy source of energy. Vegetables don't give your body much energy. So just eating protein and veggies all day doesn't give your body much energy. And your body needs energy. If you weigh 200 pounds, your body needs at least 180 to 2,000 calories a day just to be able to function, to keep the lights on, to do the things it needs to do. We call that your basal metabolic rate. That's what your body needs. You think you can get that just by eating protein and veggies? No. So you need to stop starving yourself, even though you don't think you are. But I look at meal plans every single day, and I see clients who are under eating because they're afraid of those starchy carbs, and they don't realize that the more complex your meals, the more you're optimizing your metabolism, the more you're achieving greater insulin sensitivity, which is the number one thing you need to achieve in order to create great health. Because greater insulin sensitivity is going to lead to your thyroid functioning better. It's going to lead to greater T4 to T3 conversion. Your T3 controls your metabolism directly, which means it's going to lead to your metabolism functioning better, being optimized. You're going to burn more fat. You're going to lose more weight. It's going to lead to better gut-brain communication, which means that you're going to have greater communication between your gut and your brain. So those gut hormones are going to function better. It's going to lead to a better gut environment. You need greater insulin sensitivity to achieve all that. Remember, in order for all your hormones to work, they all work together. So that is the first thing you need to do. Stop starving yourself and think of food as fuel. Eat to energize your body, not just shrink it. Forget about that number on the scale. Think about what is going on under the hood. Think about the efficiency that you need to create, how your body is functioning. That is what you need to think about when you think about eating balanced meals, right? Yes, if you're on a keto strategy, that is a different strategy. And, every strategy is good, depends on what you want. So you need to focus on, for those of you who are working on a balanced nutrition strategy, then you got to eat balanced meals. right? The keto strategy is different. It brings the body into ketosis, and that's a very different strategy. But unless you're doing that, cutting out your starchy carbs are not going to help you. So let's focus on not just that number on the scale, but fueling your body for energy and power. Right? Let's start training for strength, not just to burn calories. A lot of you, if you're walking 10,000 steps a day, well, is that what you're going to do the rest of your life? Right? I want you to focus on building strength. I want you to train your body because strength burns more fat 24/7. Muscles burn more fat 24/7. Muscle increases your metabolism. It's your armor. It's your confidence. It makes you feel fit and strong. It allows you to do more. It allows you to be more in your life. Number 3, I want you to measure what matters. Don't just measure what shows up on the scale, your weight. Track your strength gains, track your energy, your mood, celebrate the victories that the scale can't measure. Those are what I call the non-scale victories. Those are the things that really matter. That tells you how you're getting better. That tells you how you're changing from day to day, from week to week. That tells you how you're transforming. That is the lifestyle that you're creating. I need you to create an identity shift, number 4. This is the key. Stop saying I'm on a diet and I'm losing weight. Start saying I'm a healthy person who fuels and trains my body. I am transforming my body and my life. That is what you want to keep telling yourself. That's the identity that you need to start creating and adopting. I am transforming my body and my life, my health, my body, my life. See, when your identity shifts, your results will stick. Unless your identity shifts, then you're still the same person in a smaller body. If you're still the same person in a smaller body, your results are temporary. You will, I guarantee it, regain every last pound that you lose. In order for your results to be permanent, you must create a shift in your identity, how you see yourself. That is the important thing. So I want you to really understand that, right? Because the person who is more likely to sustain results is the person who sees themselves as a healthy, fit, strong individual. That is how you need to start seeing yourself. I need you to play the long game. You see, transformation isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, guys. You're not just building a summer body, you're building a body for the next decade. So think about the lifestyle, think legacy. Who do I want to be a decade from now? Believe me, this is exactly what I think about every day. Who do I want to be at 60? What do I want to look like? What do I want to feel like? How am I going to show up? And how you show up is what you build today. So how you are day to day, that's how you're going to show up. What do I want to look like, feel like, be? Who am I being when I'm 60, when I'm 70, when I'm 80, when I'm 90? That is what you want to be thinking about. What is that legacy you're creating? How do you want to be living? That is the challenge that you want to give yourself. Start thinking short term. And start thinking legacy. So here's your challenge for this week. I want you to write down 3 health goals that have nothing to do with the scale at all. 3 health goals that have nothing to do with the scale. Maybe it's getting 7 hours sleep every night. Maybe it's being able to do 10 push-ups without stopping. Maybe it's lowering your blood pressure or having the energy to play with your grandkids. Maybe it's standing on one leg for 10 seconds, right? You see how all of this will make you better? These are the things you think about, right? The mindset that carries you beyond diet, beyond the scale, and into the life you were meant to live. That is what I want you to focus on. Guys, I want you to focus on transformation, not just the temporary number you see on the scale. I want you to focus on the person you're becoming, the life you deserve. Who are you? A year from now, 10 years from now, who are you being? How are you living? How do you show up in life? How do you walk into a room? That is the vision that you're creating, and that is what I want you to own. Because when you own that, when you create that, I guarantee your results will last. I had a lot of clients over 30 years who have been able to sustain long-term results. Not a single one of them have ever focused on weight loss. We focus on getting healthier, fitter, stronger, better. That is how you create long-term results. Getting healthier, fitter, stronger, better. Got to go beyond weight loss in order to do that. I hope this has been helpful.